Do you want to do it the free way or do you want to do it the fast way? I get asked that all the time whenever creators hit me up because listen, you can absolutely sit there and chop up every episode manually, figure out the best moments by year, and wrestle with export settings. Or you can pay a few bucks and save hours. Both approaches work. One just costs you time, the other costs you money. Personally, I'd rather spend my time making more content than trimming the same episode for the 5th platform. So today I want to talk about how I turn long-form stuff, like podcasts, YouTube interviews, or deep dive videos, into vertical shorts without living in Premiere or Resolve for days. I used to use a handful of tools and even tried Riverside for a while, which is solid for recording and does a decent job of auto-clipping. But lately I've been using Vizard, and it's become my go-to because it not only finds great clips, it schedules and manages them across socials. Basically, it takes the whole, how do I keep posting consistently, headache off my plate. Let me pull up the project I'm working on right now so you can see the flow. I rendered out a recent long episode of my podcast and uploaded that full file to the system. If you've uploaded long form to YouTube and just have chapters, that's great. The system can still use the full video file. The magic is that I don't have to manually scrub the timeline for viral moments. The auto editing does the heavy lifting. It analyzes the transcript, detects highlights, grabs engaging snippets, and turns them into ready-to-post vertical clips. Uploading is simple. Drag, drop, wait a minute depending on file size. While it uploads, the system is already transcribing and scanning for high engagement moments. Moments with emotional peaks, interesting questions, or quick value bombs. You can also tell it what length you want. Under 30 seconds for TikTok hooks, 30-60 seconds for Instagram reels, or up to a few minutes for slightly longer short form. I usually pick a mix, so I have options to test which hooks land best. One thing I really like is the multi-speaker intelligence. If you record a podcast with guests, the system detects different voices and can focus clips around a particular speaker or highlight moments where conversation spikes. That saves me from having to manually split audio tracks and guess who's saying what. And yes, it generates captions automatically, which is non-negotiable these days, and it's pretty accurate. You can tweak the captions if you want, but most of the time I don't bother. When the auto clips appear, the system gives you a bunch of suggestions. You can preview them all, see the exact timestamps, and check the auto-generated caption text. For my last episode, it created like 7 strong clips in under 5 minutes. I click through the first one, hit edit, and the interface shows the transcript on the side with the visual timeline below. If there's a filler word or a sentence I don't want, I just select that chunk of text, delete it, and the clip gets cut accordingly. No need to move handles on a timeline if you don't want to. Layout options are super quick too. The default is usually a speaker window with a pleasing background and captions. But you can change the aspect ratio to 9:16 for TikTok, 1:1 for Instagram feed, or keep 16:9 if you want. Want the speaker full screen in a vertical crop? Need a logo, a background image, or a small caption bar at the bottom? Drag, drop, reposition, fonts, colors, all there and fast. That's the kind of small polish that makes a clip look like it was crafted, even though the system did the heavy lifting. Where the system really outshines a lot of competitors is the built-in content calendar and auto schedule. After I'm happy with the clips, I can pick which ones go to my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube shorts, set a cadence, and the system schedules them for me. It even optimizes posting times if you want. That means I don't have to log in every day to post or worry about maintaining consistency. A lot of creators lose momentum because posting is a manual pain. Auto schedule solves that problem. Think about the time savings. Instead of spending an afternoon cutting 5 clips, captioning them, setting thumbnails, and then manually scheduling posts across platforms, the system lets me create the clips and queue them in one place. You can edit a caption or change a tag inside the calendar if you want to tweak copy for platform differences. For instance, a hashtag-heavy caption for TikTok, more professional for LinkedIn. It's flexible. I also appreciate that the system doesn't lock you into one rigid workflow. If you already edited audio in Resolve and cleaned up the track, the system doesn't try to reprocess the audio. It respects your source quality. On the flip side, if you've got rough audio, there are simple audio enhancements available, noise reduction, leveling, but you're not forced to use them. And the export options are straightforward: pick resolution, watermark settings, and export. Download or push straight to the scheduled platforms, whatever fits your process. Let me be straight about some of the limits you'll find in other tools. Some platforms have clunky editors that make you manually select timestamps, and then you still have to design captions and layouts by hand. Others are great at recording, but don't offer scheduling, so you're back to using a separate social scheduler. There are also tools that charge an arm and a leg for simple auto-clipping features. With this system, you get the clip discovery, the captioning, the design templates, plus scheduling and a content calendar, all under one roof. That's the part that speeds up my workflow massively. I should also call out that the AI isn't perfect. You still need to use your judgment. Occasionally it flags a clip that's not ideal or misses context, so I still preview everything. The key is this: the system gives you a high percentage of usable clips instantly, so your editing time goes from hours to minutes. For creators trying to stay consistent, that margin matters. If you like to keep a long-form version online too, the system makes that easy. You can either keep the full episode with auto-generated captions and silence removal, or you can export the whole cleaned episode and then let the system cut clips from that. I sometimes remove long silences and export a cleaned long-form file before letting the AI search for clips. Just personal preference. One workflow I recommend: Upload the final episode. Let the system create a batch of clips. Pick 5 to 10 clips you like, tweak captions and layout, then add them to your content calendar. Set the auto schedule for 3 posts a week and let it run. That keeps your channel alive without making you babysit the schedule. Then monitor which clips get the best engagement and iterate. Use the system to generate more clips from the same episode based on what worked. Pricing? There are always free tiers and paid plans across these services. The free route is great to test the water, but if you really want the auto schedule and content calendar, it's worth a paid plan. Compare the cost to what you'd pay someone to edit, caption, and schedule your content. It's often cheaper and faster to automate. And if you already have a part-time editor, this system makes them way more efficient because the heavy lifting is automated. So yeah, the choice is yours. Do you want to do it the free, slow way, or do you want to do it the fast, automated way? For me, this system hit the sweet spot of speed, simplicity, and scheduling power. It doesn't replace thoughtful editing. You still need to pick the best moments and refine them. But it cuts the grunt work and keeps content flowing. If you're curious and want to try, I suggest starting with 1 episode. Upload it, let the system generate clips, and see how many usable pieces it gives you. You'll be surprised how many little gems you missed on the first edit. If you've got questions about my exact settings or how I format captions for different platforms, drop them in the comments and I'll share my templates. All right, I'll leave you with this. Content consistency wins. You can create the best long-form content in the world, but if you don't extract and distribute bite-sized moments, you're missing out on a huge audience. Tools like this make that extraction fast and repeatable, so you can focus on the idea, not the file management. See you in the next video, and if you try it, tell me which clip performed best for you. Peace.